Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, and I had an awesome week so far. I appreciate everybody coming back and watching another video. And if you guys are curious about what's happening with Mountain Dew, my 1-year-old gray Anaconda, then this will be the video that you'll want to watch because I'm going to do some updates and tell you what's actually going on with her. So first of all, I just want to say I appreciate everybody that reached out and was curious on what was happening with her. It means a lot that you guys care about the well-being of the snakes in the room. And so what was happening? So she wasn't eating for about a week, which was kind of interesting because she really never never really refused food, but she was only on quail and she would always refuse mice or rats, so didn't really think anything of it. But so I gave her last Monday. I don't know what the date was, but I really wasn't paying too much attention. I just kind of put a quail in front of her, and then she grabbed it, she coiled it, so I saw cool, she's just gonna eat it. So I was super busy that day, so I didn't make a video and I didn't really watch her. So I come in the next day just to make sure if everything was okay with her, and then the quail was sitting in the water. So I don't know if she actually ate it and regurgitated it, or if she just didn't want anything to do with it. So from that Monday to that Thursday when I made the video, I think it was Thursday. I have all my days mixed up because my life is crazy. But I was trying to feed her, and then like off camera, she would strike and coil, but she would not eat it at all. And then so she was looking really, really sick. Her skin was really dehydrated, almost looked like leather, and it was like cracking. And when you felt it, it was super dry. Pretty much felt like sandpaper. So it had me really concerned. But that night she actually ate. And so I was like, okay, maybe she's, being weird or whatever. So she ate, and then I come back. So she ate Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Let's just say Thursday. Friday was fine, and then she regurgitated Saturday morning. So that really had me concerned because she's never regurgitated before, and when a snake regurgitates, something's not right. The temperatures are fine, and the humidity is fine. I mean, well over 100%, because you guys saw her big cage. I mean, a huge water bowl in there, and never had any issues with her with the humidity or anything like that. So called John Chosmer. He's local. A lot of you guys know him. Big time, reputable breeder, and I get all my rats and stuff from him. And I bought quite a few snakes from him also. So I was like, hey, like, this is what's happening. Like, do you have any idea? And he goes, well, obviously he's not a professional vet, but he let me borrow some of this Da Vinci stuff. So I've heard a lot of good things about this: growth, breeding, prime conditioning for snakes and lizards. I'm going to give this to her probably every 3 days, maybe every 3 or 4 days. And this stuff, you can't really overdo it with this. So it's super safe. This is the first time I've ever tried anything like this with a snake. I used this right here, and I used about half. So about 3 milliliters, or 2 milliliters. And then, the tough part was getting her to keep her mouth open while I was putting this down her throat. So one thing that we had to make sure on this was not to accidentally poke and put all the liquid down her esophagus, because that would have been really bad, and then would have gotten her lungs, and then everything would have gotten way, way worse. So after just 1 dose of using this, her skin cleared up. Her skin looked normal, as you guys can see right now. So it's not leathery, it's not cracking. She looks good. I mean, she does have some loose skin, but that could be because she's young and not eating the meals that she should be, because she's been off food for a little while. But she definitely has a lot of energy. She definitely has a lot of strength on her. And she has some fight, because I was trying to put this down her throat, and she didn't bite me, but it was just tough because she was coiling and flipping around and stuff like that. So it's kind of a little challenging, especially since I've never done it before. But we got it to work. We got it to work. She's fine. And then I'm telling you, this stuff is miracle supplement for sure. A lot of people use this for putting snakes back on food after they breed them, especially I think male ball pythons. They breed them out a lot and they get super dehydrated, and then they don't eat, and then they give them some of this, and they go right back on food. But I mean, for her skin, like, it's incredible, and can't thank John enough for letting me use this. And I'll keep you on using this here for the next probably a week. But I also did go to the vet, so I did get her professionally checked out. Went to a local veteran that looks at exotics. Highly recommended by quite a few people around Facebook in the area. So went up there. Couldn't do a face-to-face contact, so I had to drop her off. Picked her up a couple hours later. Basically what they found out was there was no I guess diseases, there was no bugs, there was no infections, there was no parasites. She did get a deworming just because she's never had one, and then I just really wanted to be on the safe side because she's not looking that great. So, well, she looks 1,000 times better now, but at the time, I was like, yeah, I'll just get a deworming just for whatever. So we got her that, and then I got her on this medicine right here. So not only am I going to give her the Da Vinci stuff because that stuff is obviously working, but I also got her this. So I know it's hard to read on these GoPros close up, but whatever that is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. So I have to get her 0.3 milliliters of this every 48 hours. So again, we'll be injecting this down her throats, which hopefully she starts to behave on that and she gets a lot better on it. So I have to do that for 2 weeks, and then I'll take her back to the vet and just get everything worked out. So why do I have to use this? Because the only thing that was found, what was wrong with her, is that there's air and gas built up into her intestines. I have no idea how that happens. I guess it's just something that does happen. He really wasn't too... he didn't really explain why it happens, but she does. So there's a couple different things on what's happening with the gas. So when he was squeezing her body or whatever it was to feel the gas bubbles, she wasn't throwing anything up and mucus wasn't coming out of her mouth. So that's one sign. If she has gas and mucus is coming out of her mouth, then something is way worse than what it is. But no mucus when he was doing that, so that's definitely good. And putting her in a much smaller area while she's on this medication, I can monitor if there's mucus or anything like that. But overall, the vet said she looks good. Looks like she's been in a clean environment, and no parasites, no anything like that. So that's definitely a good thing. So right now, if you guys don't want to watch the section after this, I'm just going to medicate her for my first time, and we will see exactly how she does and how I do, because it's totally going to stress me out trying to do this. And it was a lot easier with this plastic thing, but with a regular hard plastic, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll just get right into that and then medicate her, and then every 48 hours. So I'll keep everybody updated on how she's doing, and hopefully she survives this, and she lives a very healthy life. So here we go. All right, so we'll see how this goes. The camera angle might be horrible because depending on how she reacts and coils and does not cooperate. But luckily, I'm very pleased that she is a semi-docile tamed snake. And it makes me feel bad doing this because I don't want to hurt her, and I don't want to break her trust with me. But we'll just grab her by the back of the head, and then I'll just slowly work this in from the top of her mouth. And not pushing, not being rough. So she's opening her mouth. I'm bringing this into the back of her throat. There we go. And then, yeah, there we go. And then just little bit. All right, so we still have like a thing left, but man, this makes me nervous. You're doing so good. We're almost done. And I don't want her to think I'm going to be doing this to her every time I hold her from now on, so it's definitely going to be... And she pulls back, like, which makes me nervous because one more little bit. So some of it's dripping out, but she's definitely being really. I know you guys are probably critiquing me on how to do this or what's the best way, but I'm just trying to start at the top of her mouth, slowly work down. I mean, she definitely has a lot of teeth in there. We're almost done. Just a little bit. Open your mouth. Just a little bit. Little bit. Okay, there we go. All done. So, whew, stressful on me, and I'm sure she's not happy about that at all. But, whew, it has to be done, girl. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. So, the doctor said she looks good. She's been, seems like she's been in a good, clean environment. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on with her on that aspect. So I'll give that to her today. So 2 more days I'll do it again, and then at some point I will give her another dose of this, because man, this stuff is a miracle worker on her skin and hydrating. So I'm wondering, because if she couldn't eat because of the gas, I'm wondering if she couldn't drink because of the gas too. So she just wasn't drinking, so she was getting dehydrated, and then giving her this helped. I don't know. I have no idea. Super strange. I don't know. That's what's going on with Mountain Dew right now. So medication. Gotta medicate a snake, and I'm really glad that she's still alive, obviously. But man, she was not looking good there for a little bit. So I'll get that lid later. But she's all right. So she's good. She'll survive, hopefully. She's a fighter. But you know, it's all we can do. And even medicating her, she might not bounce back, and that's the tough thing about owning animals in general, and then owning exotic animals as another part, because you can only go do so much. And snakes they can be fragile, and you know, if they get sick, they might not bounce back, but hopefully she does, and then we can have her for another 20 years. But I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, and all of the comments on her, and all the questions, and all of the just reaching out to me to see how she was doing. It means a lot to me. But I will definitely keep you guys updated. So I have to do that for 2 weeks, and then I'll go back to the vet to see what's going on. But I really hope these, like I said, those 2 medicines do the trick, and then we don't have any issues. But since she regurgitated on Friday or Saturday, I'm definitely not going to feed her the entire time I'm doing the medicine thing. So for 2 weeks, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do anyways on a regurgitate. And then I got to find some smaller meals. So I think I'm just going to go get some fresh cut chicken and just cut some slices off of it, just to give her some smaller meals, just to see if that works. Or just keep trying to feed her mice or rats. But on that's it. And hopefully you guys have an awesome day. And I'll see you on the next video.